You probably know these kind of days when you want to work on a new creative project. You want to plan it out first and write a script, but you are just looking at the cursor, waiting for some creative thoughts to enter your mind, while your fingertips are lying on your keyboard ready to get to work. But unfortunately, there's nothing. So what do you do about it? You distract yourself while waiting for an inspiration to strike. You check your text messages, you sit on your bed scrolling through social media or any other apps hoping that some new ideas are going to come up. Even while sitting on the toilet, you get your phone out, distracting yourself and filling your brain with random things other people do. But then, suddenly, you found it, a convincing reason to procrastinate even more. Yeah, let's do the laundry, that sounds like a great idea. You finally take care of your dirty clothes that were piling up. Successfully, you put your clothes in the washing machine and get it started. Waiting for the washing machine to finish its job, you are drinking tea and looking out of the window, contemplating your existence. During the rest of the day, you are indulging in other chores until you go back to bed in the evening, hoping the next day will be better. If you can relate to that situation, you might ask yourself, how can I get out of my uncreative rut and stop procrastinating? I mean, we all have phases when we don't feel motivated and creative. We just can't come up with good ideas, so we don't even try to start. Instead, we are procrastinating. There's always this resistance you have to fight through. Today, I want to give you 5 tips on how to overcome your procrastination and get things done. First, declutter your brain and remove distractions. The more you look at distractions like social media feeds, articles in the internet, or for flights to places you want to travel soon, the more your brain will be filled with clutter that won't help you to focus on your tasks and come up with some creative ideas. They're all distractions that keep you from starting, which is obviously the most important step. As Gary Keller points out in his book, The One Thing, it is not that we have too little time to do all the things we need to do, it is that we feel the need to do too many things in the time we have. In case you have your phone lying on your desk or very close, reachable just within an arm stretch, believe me, you don't do yourself a favor. Please get it out of your working environment. You won't be able to focus and get things done if your phone is just laying next to you. By switching our attention every few minutes between different activities, we lose focus and we need some time to get back into the previous activity. And obviously, the more often we do that, the more time we are going to lose. It always takes some time to start a new task and to restart the one you quit. And there's no guarantee that you'll ever pick up exactly where you left off. If you can, try to avoid browsing around. I know it's not easy, but there are many distraction blockers out there, like Freedom, Serene, Cold Turkey or Leechblock, which are going to help you to block distracting websites like Amazon, Facebook or Instagram, the typical ones you use on a daily basis, and you can actually block them for a specific period of time. I'm not going to go into detail about every one of them, but in case you're interested in a comparison video, please let me know in the comments and maybe I'm going to make one. Prioritizing your time and focusing on the most important tasks is crucial to get things done. That brings me to my next point, which is about creating specific time blocks. I recommend you to allocate your most important tasks to different time blocks. So how does this look like? First, define your tasks and then decide how much time you want to dedicate yourself to them. I would recommend you to get some rest or some fun time in between the blocks so that you're still flexible and don't feel guilty if you're not able to have a smooth transition from one task to another. Here's a quick example of my schedule. This doesn't have to be very static. Of course, you can change whatever you want, whenever you want. There's no one size fits all solution. There are many people out there and active the whole day, and then they come back home in the late evening or night and they're still able to sit down for a few hours and be productive. And I really admire them because usually your willpower is going to decrease during the day. For example, imagine an ice cube that is fresh, cool and strong the moment you get it out of the freezer. Within a certain time period, it is melting slowly until it disappears. The same usually happens to your willpower. At the end of the day, for most of us, our willpower will be used up. That's why I would recommend you to start early in the morning. I've noticed that early in the morning after getting up is a great time to do some creative work. The fact that most people are still sleeping and the world is not as active yet gives me a very calm feeling. One advantage is that there's not much noise yet and the probability that you get distracted from coworkers, friends or external events that are not under your control is very low. You won't be stuck in traffic, and usually nothing unexpected is going to happen that might eat up your time. Furthermore, doing something very early in the morning feels like the time is passing by much slower. I'm aware that this point is very relative because there are some night owls within us, but from my experience it works, and it might work for you as well. Change your physical state. Go out for a walk and get some fresh air. Get your workout in, stretch, or take a cold shower. Do any kind of activity that resets your brain. Movement helps to get your blood flow going, so more of it will reach your brain. This might help you to come up with some new ideas you didn't have before. If I do that, I feel more balanced, and once I'm back at my desk, I'm able to focus again. But don't go crazy about it. The activity shouldn't make you too tired. It should be an active activity with a refreshing and relaxing effect. As I mentioned before, you shouldn't deplete your willpower. If getting a workout in is not the right thing for you, choose another activity which gives you the desired outcome. So then after all that, there's only one thing left. You just have to get started. Of course, the most important step is the first one. At the beginning, there's always this resistance you have to go through. It's there because, let's be honest, starting can be very hard. There's this goal you want to achieve, so that you have to get out of your present comfortable state. And your mind doesn't like that. It doesn't want to suffer and do hard things. Even though sometimes you don't feel creative, once you've started, you can get into a flow state. You might not come up with your best ideas and make your best work immediately, but you have to get started to get the ball rolling. Taking action can generate inspiration and motivation. It's not that you always need the motivation and inspiration first. Actually, they are interdependent. Once you've started something, you can get motivated, inspired to do even more because you're in the flow and you want to get more done. I hope this was helpful, and if you know any tips I haven't mentioned, please let me know in the comments. It might be useful for another person. There are many methods, and what I'm presenting here is usually what works for me. If you stumbled over my video and you've got something out of it, I would appreciate you hitting the like and subscribe button so that more people have the chance to see it and benefit from it. Apart from that, you would support my channel, and obviously that would make me very happy. So last but not least, I wish you a great rest of the day or an amazing evening, and I hope to see you in the next video.